Okay. I think they're not actually the order they're in is weird, but they're not in the order that you would expect. It's almost like they're in order of level more than anything. Barangari is at the end of this arc. Then from this arc, they move on to the end of the late quarter characters. Then they have these characters. If they and Lengos are right next to each other, but you normally get you normally get Lengos first. Athenians before him. Then you have Rhinor, Galadmir, even though you care well after Rosalinde. It's like, or I got me neither. Radio being last makes sense because she's on the east side and it's a higher level. Boo. Ah. Don't scrap that or any Rosalinde. Let's help myself see and say all defenseless. It's odd though. You said I like when I first met. Like what? Friendly, I suppose. You should be more as War Princess than one who's patron or commander. You're awfully cute when you're flustered. It says that the more we spend time there, the more we want to learn who you really are. I thought I'd show you a little bit of who I really am. I can't find logic. Unless you're saying that you like me better before. You're staying right close to me, Rosalinde. Something wrong with that? No, such no. It's why that it's impossible to read that book covered your shadow. Yes, you're reading. Perhaps I wouldn't mind joining you in that adventure myself. Don't worry, I'll make sure I don't show you view. So much for a quiet afternoon. I have seen these two. This must be a moment. Indeed, but that have you been getting enough rest of late? And no, actually. Why didn't you wake me up? I swear my head was rather heavy on your shoulder. I didn't consider it. You seem so peaceful, Rosalinde, without silver for our world. Looks like I thought yesterday you would lose our composure when I drew near you. Not that I'm complaining, of course, but it's brave and half nobody's teasing me anymore. Then all the better, in my view. By the way, you speaker sleepless now. What do I say? It's about why it's spent more time there, I assume. Why did she get chosen instead of me? I suppose you're speaking of Rosalinde behind the next Terrace. I was cut the role, you know. It's not natural when your mother's one of the best in the I've ever seen. None of that matters now. Zora took my sister from me, you survived their own vile schemes. Thought alone says my blood to boil. The voice was the Tyrannos. If only I had been chosen in her place, then she would have gotten her mind taken over by that damn witch. That's confusing, because I was like, how does this happen? But her first conversation is after you complete Elheim. So this one has to be after no matter what. Am I hearing you correctly, Rosalinde? Do you wish such harm could befall you instead? Yes, however unlike me. Anyway, the only thing I could do now is make sure nobody else get hurt ever again. Thank you for the shoulder, Alain. That's better to see I had in months. I really pray to your benefit. Regarding our recent conversation, Rosalinde, do you mean the one we had during our last battle? Or time kept me from your book? Neither, in fact. I speak of the day you fell asleep by my shoulder. About it. I can't stop thinking about what you said. How you wish that you could have been terrorized so ultimately never come to harm. For your attempts to laugh the mayor off afterwards, I can tell you truly meant every word. You'd rather hurt yourself than something you care about experiencing the same. Moreover, you would delay beat versus pain alone before you ever considered sharing it with another. I can't disagree with that. If I had chosen to make me and Elton, I would pick myself every time. You tormented me no end to hoard the way at Zora started into her. And I had the chance to eat her agony to shore her burdens however possible. Trust me, it's better that way. You're wrong. You speak of the torment of the agony you would be willing to bear in her name. But where would that leave you, Rosalinde? Knowing the length of an elven lifespan, your suffering would surely endure for a great many years. I don't think you consider yourself such a wretched fate. That must sound absurd coming from me. Compared to you, I'm akin to a newborn child ignorant of the ways of the outside world. All the same, I can't abide the thought of you weathering these wounds alone for even a day alone the rest of your life. This is fries. I never met a human with this much insight into the sorrows of my kind can face. What good thing you started to talk then? Didn't I not have realized without all that from a few more words? Very well, Alain. I'll do as you ask. Might I make a request of you as well? What is it? Stand by my side and stand watch over my actions. That way I'll know for sure I'm not trying to do everything alone. It'll be our greatest honor. Thank you, Alain. She's probably gonna react as soon as she walks on, though, instead of you had to ask her first. Yeah, she ran up to you!
Perhaps stand back a bit?
I see someone's made up his mind.
I'd like you to have the ring of the Maiden.
You realize accepting would make me the Queen of Cornea, yet?
Naturally.
And what? Is that all you have to say? Tell me how you truly feel, Alain.
I love you, Rosalinda, from the very bottom of my heart. And I want nothing more than to spend the rest of my days at your side.
Well, that's more like it. I'm ready.
Okay, that was really cute. The way she just ran up onto the thing.
This is the happiest day of my life. I might not have been chosen as Trodanos, but to be chosen by you is all the greater. Just know I'll be awfully furious if you go dying before me.
I'm not sure that's a demand I can meet. Elves live for far longer than mere humans, after all.
Then I suppose Cornea will have to get used to my solitary reign.
Well, if it means ruling beside you, perhaps I could try holding on just a bit more.
Okay, that was... I think that's one of the best ones I've seen. By comparison, Virginia was kind of like very blunt. She's like charged up on there. No, she didn't try it, but she walked with like, okay, I'll give you that ring. Whereas Scarlett's like, are you sure you're speaking this to me? I don't know how I like better. I really liked
Order must be
all three of the
preserved.
elves I tried. I really liked all three of them.
It shall be done. I rise to any challenge. A brisk flight. The enemy has spotted me. Your orders? It shall be done. Face your demise. It was never in doubt.
What? Is that you?
Your Majesty, but how?
Mother! No!
You don't know what's going. Sorry, Rosa doesn't know what's going on here, right?
What's...
Yeah.
Alain, are you alright?
Because this thing literally happened to her own sister, so she knows what's going on.
What
No!
is...
Give him back. Now!
You'd simply...
No.
He's right. We can't risk hurting Alain.
None can ever hope to... Now bow to
You dropped your spear.
This day is one worry not.
I'm not giving up. Not while Alain is still out there. All I have to do is bring him forth.
Enough.
She knew about the rings. So of course she would know a little more about this than...
Alain's spirit is calling out to me. Purest Maiden, take my strength!
You're nothing more than the power.
Mighty unicorn, free my love from the darkness that binds
Unless somebody says something like, "You've come back to me." Also, convince Atlus to return the village with shelter from Sora's fall eye. Featuring Alain and the two wed and those time together is limited by a much shorter human lifespan. The tears are the last moment they spent together at Sora's company. Upon Alain's passing, Alain remained in the village to watch over his rest of his days. That is completely different. Like it's because she became the Queen of Cornea. Instead of him remaining by Rosalinda's side, he returned to the village. Now, in all the other ones, he still marries her. It doesn't mention her name at all. It just barely goes to mention a thing. I bet Rocket continued to serve Rosalinde as a new queen as her new role as Queen of Cornea. He's been separated from Lady during the invasion of Elheim. Rocket gained a new responsibility and refused to leave Rosalinda's side, even when the student did call for guard protection. However, Rosalinde herself found the dedication quite enduring indeed. Yes, okay. I kind of thought as much. So, she still returns to Rosalinda's side, but she just had to access her guardian Cornea instead. It's same with Gladmir. Gladmir also goes to Cornea if no, not Gladmir. Linologos goes to Cornea if Eltland becomes queen. Eltland returned to Ahmed Zora's charred forest, now tried zealots to the long forgotten Goran Pride. Then Anderson and Ricard and True, Elves humans that formed a video body unity, and divine terrorists commanded their respective love of both races alike. Yep. So these, I think her aim might be slightly different, but the other two are the same. Yeah, I'm not surprised about the way Rosalinde, because Rosalinde's when Drew's right to begin with, so she knew kind of what was happening there. So that's why when Alain calls her, she just rushes up onto the pedestal. Rosalinde has woken up in Grand Corn's Hall as new queen. Good Cornea has bound bride to remain extremely close, both official duties and her personal lives as a husband and wife. Okay. Nothing too interesting there. The more interesting thing is usually how they react to Galerius possessing Alain, and the actual confession scene, and how the other characters around them change too. But most characters don't have that because nothing really special happens there. For example, Scarlett's ending, she goes back to Palavia, and none of her friends go with her. They stay back in all my life, I never considered the Alain becoming queen of another nation. Now it's happening. I couldn't imagine anything greater. I do wish I didn't have to request more from Rosalinde. I could be happier than when I'm with you, my darling. Is that blushing to see? I should have known that he's a king, but I do love how he needs to blush to you. Especially your bravery and your kindness. It makes you proud to be your queen, Alain. Come on, Alain. Sorry for stopping you. It's just you're so blushing. I thought you'd want to stay with me until I died down, so nobody else will see you like this. I think it's maybe worse. Say you stuck with me then. That's really different. He has two unique conversations. They cook it for you on 8 trips away from Grand Corin. That's different too. Yeah, so because that's really different. You see, I asked the business makeup. Will you be enough? It was thank you. I was saying because it was. I can eat Korean food every meal. I can eat Korean food every meal I ever did in return of it. Every meal, I know but to study their cuisine, so I make cooking food an 8 trips away from Grand Corin. Yeah, in the regular one, it's just that way. Wow, that's interesting. You'd think Rosalinde would mention that now I will be able to do too, but dang.